Carson, come here, look at this. I found it. A wild mock jaguar. A man who, after the Super Bowl end, comes out of hiding and spends hours and hours poring over prospects and potential NFL stars to figure out which team will draft whom. Steven Cheah's first mock draft today on Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, everybody? Welcome in. Tuesday, Wake Up Barstool, and the boys are back from San Francisco, including this bad boy right here. If you missed the Jag, look at it, dude.
Those eyebrows.
What a badass. As if my mom wasn't crushing on Steven Cheah hard enough to begin with. Now you got that bad boy edge to you, Cheah. Jeez, dude. Save some for the rest of us, bro.
Realistically, could he get her?
I mean, I don't know. Again, unbidden. She's one that sent me the text. Who's the cute guy behind the desk? Well, Mom, look at him now. He's got bad boy hair and he's in the chair. It's not. By the way, I know today's show is not just Steven Cheah's mock draft, though he does have a sickness and he has put together a mock draft, and we will get into it. We're going to recap Super Bowl San Francisco with the boys. We got Big Cat coming in hour 2. We think we got Stugotz coming in hour 2, which that's like one of my radio heroes and idols. So I know all about Stu, and I know that Stu is also notoriously hard to wrangle. So we'll have Stugotz at some point today. I don't know if I can make any firm promises as to exactly when. But we got Cheah, Eddie, Nikki. What's up, boys? How we doing today?
Good.
Dude, I'm tickled to be next to you today.
Why is that?
And I didn't mean to put the emphasis on you like I'm not normally.
Yeah, but no, I like
I'm rewatching Seinfeld, and I just got to the Bobby Hebert joke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm 1 degree of separation from George Costanza. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't even know how you feel.
A fantastic joke in which Costanza's trying to appear, learned and well-read, and she's talking about who's it, Bob Herbert?
Yeah.
The columnist?
Yes.
Here is the craziest.
I did the Leo meme of like pointing at the screen, dude.
So speaking of my mom, this is one of the wildest stories that I've ever heard in my entire life, to the point where I thought I had made it up, but I actually confirmed it with her again a few months ago. Back in the 90s, whenever that episode came out, whatever. She had not seen Seinfeld yet, had never watched an episode. You know, everybody was talking about the biggest show or whatever. So one day she sits down, she's like, all right, I'm going to watch it. I'm at home doing nothing. Her very first episode that she ever watched was that episode with that joke.
Was it like airing live? Like that was.
Yes, like live. So she
That's
sits down to watch it, and then all of a sudden there's a Bobby Hebert joke. She's like, "What?" Like mind blown. And then they ended up getting in touch with him, and we had a signed script with the joke and Larry David and everything growing
awesome.
up. It was very sick.
I would think that's a prank. That's the first time you watch it.
Yeah, right.
You should watch it tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. That's one of those truth is stranger than fiction type of moments. Speaking of pranks, Ed. Some pretty bold pranks pulled by you this weekend.
Oh, listen.
Eddie currently at odds with the boss man at his lowest point, going toe-to-toe with Portnoy. Eddie, how we feeling, dude?
Listen, he put a lot of calls into me. He FaceTimed me from the stadium. He was showing me how things were done. I know he was really excited, so I was just kind of returning the call, making sure he was all right. That's all it simply was. A lot of people were mad. People were like, why, like, the Bears didn't make it, the Patriots did. It was nothing about the Bears or the Patriots. It was just simply a friend checking on a friend.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Eddie immediately FaceTimed Dave after the game just to check on him. Why were you fighting a grin the entire time?
Yeah,
though?
it seemed like you had to like bite your tongue a little bit.
Just, just a smiley day. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, it's a good. Oh yeah, look,
yeah.
Here it is right here. That's a good friend right there, guys.
Yeah.
Look at it.
And Boss Man didn't threaten your livelihood after this call, did he? Did he?
No.
Like when your contract was up?
He did bring that up. I saw that.
Dude, we are all so unhireable anywhere else. I almost sent Dave a video of me punching a hole in my wall when the Patriots lost. Yeah. Oh, I wish they would have got 7, Boss Man. I'm such a bootlicker, dude. I would have. Oh, I wept when the Patriots lost. You're brave.
That was so funny to me. The people in this building that were rooting for the Patriots.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, company guy. It's better for everyone at the Patriots.
Do you know how many shirts we would have sold?
Exactly.
Listen, I understand that, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
See, that's a man of principle right there.
I can't.
You're never going to make it in this bid.
I'm with you, Eddie. I kind of found myself at war with myself, where I know logically it was best for the Pats to win, but those sons of... I've had a multi-year take just about Boston sports fans and how nobody lives a more charmed existence, and they pretend to be so gritty and hard scrabble, but all they've done in our lifetimes is win championships.
Oh, yeah.
Sport. Like, I don't need the rich getting any richer. There's enough of that going on everywhere else on this planet.
It's out of pure jealousy, absolutely. No one should have that much success.
Exactly. Cheah, how are you doing, man? So for those that don't know, Steve, you had to dye your hair like a Jaguar.
Yes. The prediction in the beginning of the season was the Jaguars would win 4 games, be the worst team in the NFL. The bet, which wasn't even a bet, was just something I would have to do. And if the Jaguars won 9 games or more, I would have to dye my hair like a Jaguar for Super Bowl week. They won 9 more games than I predicted them to win.
They did.
So,
Yeah.
Got my hair dyed 2 Sundays ago. And I was told it was going to wash out within like a week as far as the spots. I don't know about that.
Do you feel like you were led astray with the info that the Jags would be bad?
I thought they would be bad, and it wasn't necessarily an indictment on Liam Cohen. I just didn't think, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence guy, and I didn't think that, I think Liam Cohen is a very good coach. I didn't know, based on 1 year of play calling experience, he'd be able to get a good staff.
We were talking to somebody reputable when they came up to us before the show, before the season started, and they said Georgia would beat Jacksonville.
Yes.
Oh, yes. This was a rather reputable voice. It
was Jake Malasek.
It was Malasek.
He
said, I've seen both of them practice.
Yeah.
Georgia would dog walk.
Yeah, coach was
Jacksonville.
not very high on Jacksonville at all before the season.
Shockingly low.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, all right, I'm with it.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
So what I mean is tough. Somebody like John Gruden tells you anything, like how am I supposed to say no to Coach Gruden?
Exactly.
You're
It just
wrong.
confirmed my beliefs into the point where I was like, all right, yeah. And then when it's thrown on the yak that I have to do that, I didn't even think to rebuttal. Like, if this doesn't happen, I would get this.
Yeah,
I
there was
like,
no world.
Okay,
No
sure.
pushback.
Whatever you want.
All right, so I still have more questions about Super Bowl week than we get to later, but the game itself, guys, Sunday night, Seahawks beat the Patriots. Yesterday's show became a lot of, obviously, like Dave, Brandon, toe-to-toe, falling on the sword, man in the arena. So we actually kind of didn't get to talk about the game itself as much. In y'all's view, what was your biggest takeaway from Seattle dominating New England?
Tradition is ruining sports. We don't need AFC versus NFC. How often is the Super Bowl the best 2 teams? Never.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, not, yeah. Because, I mean, obviously the Rams Seahawks, that was the Super Bowl by proxy.
100%. I have 2 takes, I guess. One was I think we are too quick to pull the plug on when we think a game stinks. I think if a game was within a couple possessions, just let the pie finish baking.
Yeah.
Like I sat there, unless if there's a million sacks and a million turnovers. Like I sat there in the third quarter and it was 12-0, and it wasn't the most exciting game. But everyone's like, "This game stinks." It's like, let's see what happens. Right? It's a 2-possession game. This could turn really fast. Like I think we're too quick to pull the plug.
It was 19-0. I think the Patriots had 5 first downs at that point.
Yeah, but I'm saying overwhelmingly people were over the top when it was 12-0. I was like, do you agree with me at all?
I kind of just wonder, to me, it's like, I was kind of enjoying the defensive dominance.
Yeah.
Personally.
You're a sicko, though.
Well, yeah, and I guess, like, I don't know, but it's one of those tough things to parse. When is it a great defensive game that's also entertaining, and when is it a great defensive game that is boring? And to me, I know how good Drake May is. I know how good Sam Darnold has been this year, and is. I have to shift my brain there. And so with that in mind, like, I'm willing to say that, no, that was just 2 great defenses, great play callers. Look at the run that the Patriots defense went on going into that game. Seattle's defense all year long. They were hard hitting.
Yep.
It was clean hits. There weren't a lot of penalties. Like, I thought it was pretty badass defense from both sides.
What was the moment of the game then? What was the big highlight moment?
Yeah, I guess you're right. No, it's not the pick six. There's no moment.
Right.
I think the biggest moment of the game was the second to last play of the first half, Christian Gonzalez batting that ball down. If that's an interception and it's 6-0 going into the half with the Patriots getting the ball, getting some momentum, I think that I don't think they necessarily win, but that changes a lot. Now they're going into half down 9-0.
So this is your big moment of the Super Bowl.
No. This is I mean, that was a big moment, the deflection, but the one right before the half, I think it was going
where he got
big.
2 hands on it. He almost got it somehow.
This one. Like if they get a pick there.
What a Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, no.
We're going to remember that one forever.
To your point, I was going to say maybe my moment is like it's 19-7. Patriots just scored a touchdown. They force the Seahawks 3 and out. They got to punt the ball, and then Dixon, the punter, buries it 55 yards, 4-yard line, kind of kills any hope that the Patriots have. But again, to your point, if that's the moment, that's a weird Super Bowl. But I do think it bears mentioning, guys, because this is not going to be exciting, but I think we just witnessed the best special teams performance in Super Bowl history. And so I want to start reading about it. And I thought this was very interesting. Talked a lot of John Snyder on this, so the Seattle GM. What an incredible job he's done putting this team together. Well, who do you think pays their kicker and punter combined the most in the entire NFL? The Seahawks.
Seahawks,
yep.
The only team that pays those two positions a combined $9 million. In fact, Dixon's the highest. He's the highest paid punter in the entire league. It's the only player on Seattle that's highest paid at his position. So here you see this investment and the oft-ignored special teams part of the game paying huge dividends. And then how about Myers? Not only does he go 5 of 5 in Levi Stadium, where kickers are only hitting a 60% rate this year, he goes 5 of 5. He becomes the first player in NFL history to eclipse 200 points. This is maybe a bit not as cool, but he actually broke LT's record from 2006. LT had 198 with the playoffs included. Where did Myers end up? 204. First player ever to score 200 points in an NFL season.
So he's the greatest of all time?
He had the greatest kicking season
He's
of all
a household
time.
name.
Look, 17 in the Super Bowl record, 5 of 5, Super Bowl record. I guess it's fascinating to me that John Schneider, he's done everything perfectly, giving Darnold the contract, his draft picks, like a guy like Imanwari, and then it's even down to deciding to actually pay the punter and the kicker, and then when you need them most, like that's how they squeezed the life out of New England, right? Yeah. They didn't allow him to breathe because there was never that momentum shifting. Oh, you stopped him from getting away with nothing. There was like just punches, body blows, death by 1,000 cuts, and it was all Myers and Dixon.
I'm with you too. Like I find entertainment in the struggle of teams trying to move the ball and just defensive bet. Like I hate people who didn't like that Denver New England game.
Yeah, I agree. That game was awesome.
Like sometimes it just needs to be a battle of survival.
I want to say with Jason Myers, like he had a record-breaking Super Bowl, 5 field goals, great. They were all pretty easy field goals. Like what was his longest field goal? Like 40 yards.
Yeah.
Like I get San Francisco's been like not the best place for kickers, but like I don't think he was necessarily challenged that much. It was just both defenses played awesome. The Seahawks moved the ball a little bit better. Got field goals.
Should he have gotten the MVP?
Should Myers have been MVP?
I was hoping.
I mean,
I went to a guy that didn't score.
I think, okay, to Cheah's point, I think if he had like a couple 55s or something in there, like crazy, where the offense didn't really move it and he had to be the hero, then I think you entertain that. But this was a lot of Kenneth Walker setting up Myers. But again, even then, like kickers in the Super Bowl from that range, I think hit it like an 80% average. Like you said, Levi Stadium's hard to kick, so still some credit Myers there. But no, I think Walker got it right. What about Sam Darnold, guys? How we feel? Has he finally changed the narrative on him?
One bad game and people are going to come out of the woodwork like, told ya, dude, he won a Super Bowl. I think you can't talk about that anymore. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I think he's the worst Super Bowl winning. I think it was the worst Super Bowl winning quarterback performance. Since probably Ben Roethlisberger against the Seahawks.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Manning was bad in that 2015 Broncos game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty uninspiring. Was he like 17 or 19 for 38, something like that? Like he was 50%.
But he wasn't asked to do anything.
Oh, the completion percentage, Cheah's bugaboo. That's right. 19 to 30. Yeah,
I mean
19 to 38, 50% on the dot, 202, 1 tud, no picks.
So again, Caleb Williams looked like Drew Brees.
Maybe it was that. That was good. No, that was a lock.
You're happy to do that when Daddy's not around.
Yeah.
But again, though, he hits the dagger to A.J. Barner when he has to. You look at some of those throws early. He was putting in some tight windows. He was one of the challengers. Think about all the times. Okay, what did the Patriots do all playoffs on? Sacks, forced fumbles, turnovers, getting after these quarterbacks' ass. They were in Sam Darnold's face. Look at all those sacks he avoided with his footwork in the pocket. Yep. He didn't turn the ball over. He led the league in turnovers this year and then didn't turn the ball over in the playoffs.
Yep.
Jay, put some respect on his name.
He didn't make any mistakes.
When they beat the Rams, yes, but in the NFC Championship.
He was very good in that game.
That was literally, analytically, the worst. Okay, so for a winner of a conference championship game, that was the worst defensive performance I think that we've ever seen since you could track it in like 01 or 02. So Sam Darnold unequivocally, objectively beat the Rams on his own with his play to get there. Like, Sam Darnold's a great quarterback, dude. Top 10.
No.
Yes.
No, he's not
top 10.
He's a top 10 quarterback. Where's he fall, that
That's
guy?
no disrespect. And not to switch gears for a second here, but I think the greater conversation is the future of Kenneth Walker. He's 25 years old.
Yeah.
Like, where is he in the pantheon of running backs right now?
I mean,
see, even that facial expression, that's not enough
He
respect.
in a top 5 running back?
No.
He's not a top 5 because the top 5 is very crowded, right? But he's not that far outside of it.
He's in a timeshare on his own team. Like, Zach Charbonnet is on the field almost as much as
does
him.
that change, though, after this playoff run that he had? Like, do you start to, does he start to get the line?
It has to, dude.
I wouldn't be shocked if they replaced him this upcoming year. I would not be shocked at all.
Sure, but
the
that
nature
was
of the running back beast.
Listen, man, I'm wildly impressed. The Patriots were good against the run. All the sharps were all over Kenneth Walker under rushing yards, and he came out, and he obviously won the MVP. So,
Running back respect is just, moms shouldn't let their kids grow up to be running backs.
That's true.
You got to step in.
It's that classic country song.
Yeah, mom. Don't let your babies grow up to be running backs.
Okay, guys, if you're going to tell me that Sam Darnold, after winning the Super Bowl, being a top 10 quarterback and like a lot of stats, if you're going to tell me he's not top 10, you got to give me 10 guys better. So think about it during the break.
That might be too easy.
Think about it during the break. Coming up next, Supreme Debate here on FS1. More Wake Up Barstool. Don't go anywhere, guys. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Hope you're having a great morning. We got plenty more coming up right now, though. It's time to engage in Supreme Debate. So where we have the conversations. No, the morning show is Willie too. And today, well, I guess this isn't entirely true for this because this feels like the most traditional sports talk segment ever. But y'all pushed back against my narrative that Sam Darnold, after winning the Super Bowl, is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. It's interesting to me, given that how we value championships, especially at that position, it's kind of the end-all, be-all. So who are the 10 quarterbacks that are better?
I think pretty clearly he's worse than Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford. Despite having a bad game, I would put Drake May as a better quarterback than him.
Joe
MVP
Burrow,
runner-up.
I'm tired of Joe Burrow sneaking into these.
I kind of agree, man. Burrow's got to be healthy, dude.
We're assuming full health.
No, I don't think
that's
so.
a really big
I think assuming big full health like just negates guys who are available when that's like a skill set that you want in and of itself.
So you're out. You're not a Joe Burrow guy. Noted.
No, stop.
Noted.
That's not true.
Noted. You said it.
That's my Emperor God King. I love that man.
But to win a game tomorrow, T-Bob, you're not going to take Joe Burrow over Sam Darnold.
Yes.
If you're the head coach.
I don't know if he'd be able to play it.
He may get hurt in the first quarter, but I think you're negligent if you don't put him in the game.
If the conversation is to win a game tomorrow, yes, I would take Joe Burrow over almost anybody. He'd probably be top 3 guy there.
How many quarterbacks win the Super Bowl with that Seahawks team?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's half the league.
I do.
I think that's crazy. Dude.
And I like Sam Darnold. I think he's perfectly adequate.
Look at what happened to the Vikings when Sam Darnold left. 14 wins to 8,
but their plan B was pretty
J.J.
bad.
McCarthy wins the Super Bowl on that Seahawks team.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's like as much an indictment on Darnold as it is the rest of the league. There's a lot of good quarterbacks.
Okay, Jared Goff, better or worse?
Better.
I think so too.
I like him better.
He's been in pretty friendly environments too, and he didn't make it to the playoffs. Dak Prescott,
Better.
Better.
It's better.
Jalen Hurts,
Better.
Definitely better.
Brock Purdy,
I like Purdy better. I can see the argument though.
Baker.
I like Baker better. Darnold won the Super Bowl. Give it to Darnold.
We would have
I'll
said
concede.
Baker MVP. Okay, so it feels like there's probably an 8 or 9, probably like 9. There's going to be pretty much consensus.
I owe you an apology. It's closer than I thought.
Yeah.
We all poo-pooed you pretty quick.
Well,
Now we arrive at Caleb Williams.
I mean, I'm taking Caleb.
Absolutely.
Yes. Like,
Why is that?
Because you could do more to win a game.
Yeah, it's probably fair. I mean, I honestly, he's better than C.J. Stroud. Darnold is, right? We'd say
I would
that.
rather have Darnold than
Yes.
C.J. Stroud.
Yes.
No, I would take Caleb too. The thing about Caleb is, does he need to do the little things better? Yes. But he does the extraordinary things so consistently that once he gets the little things figured out, like Caleb Williams is going to be completely unstoppable.
What about Darnold or Bo Nix?
I would take Darnold.
I'm going Darnold. I'm going Darnold. At this point in their career, Bo Nix feels like he may have a higher ceiling by the end.
Yes.
I mean, he's look at the like, what happens if you would put somebody like Darnold on a team like Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos to start their career versus having to go through like the Jets and then Matt Rule, Carolina. Like, who knows how those paths diverge there?
Do you think Darnold enters the Dilfer conversations? Because I don't think he should.
Yes.
No,
I think he's better. I think he's better than
Better
the
than
Dilfer.
Dilfer.
I think
Agreed.
he's better than the Dilfer.
I think he's better than Dilfer, but when you look at Super Bowl performances from a quarterback, this was far closer to the worst than the best.
Yeah, totally.
but
like
like it's not his fault. He wasn't asked to do anything more.
I mean, he threw the ball 38 times, I believe. So was he asked to? Like, yes. I think he was asked to throw more than one touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the touchdown pass he threw, A.J. Barner was completely like Carson's making that throw. Like that. No, that's no slant at Carson. I'm just saying like
even
that-
even lowly Carson.
I mean, I guess there's still, and to be fair to this conversation, there's still like Jordan Love out there, and I think most would probably take Love. There's Trevor Lawrence out
I
there.
would take Trevor.
Yeah, it's a larger
Justin
conversation.
Herbert.
It's
Justin
like we're in a
Herbert,
good
for sure.
quarterback era, it feels.
All right, well, here's the deal. You know what, Sam? It doesn't matter. You got the ring.
Got the ring.
After that awful start to your career, everybody bailed on you. You're now champion. Your teammates love you. Your city loves you. And again, most wins in the NFL by a quarterback the last 2 years, right? 2 different teams.
Pretty impressive.
Pretty damn good. He's probably going to remain eternally underrated in some ways because I don't know that
It's
the
not
stats
fair.
will ever get
it's,
there.
It's the monographic that broke him.
Yeah.
You just can't.
It's big next
Internet
5
never
years.
forgets.
What did Puka Nacua tweet out mid
He
game?
just said Sam Darnold.
We crying.
crying.
Oh yeah.
Also,
that's too far.
Again, that's some hater ass energy considering, like
He
we
just
said,
beat ya.
He beat you.
Yes.
Like not the team, like he
Yeah.
beat your ass. Puka.
Yeah.
Puka's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Puka was on one on Sunday.
He was wearing
Tied
the biggest
one on.
T-shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He was,
The Colt
Wait,
Jones
is this
collection.
boots on the ground reporting? Y'all saw him?
no,
Oh,
there was
okay.
a video of
There's
him.
video of him pretty inebriated after the game, which makes the tweet feel even more true.
He was tweeting emotionally.
Look at his
We've all
outfit.
been
The
there.
biggest pants I've ever seen. It was like a Subway spokesman should have been holding them. It was crazy. I've never seen bigger pants.
All right, Eddie, what do you got? Supreme debate.
Mine is NBA centric as well. Coming off the trade deadline, I think there should be a limit on how many second round picks you're allowed to have. Of course, this is coming from the Bulls' perspective. We have like 20 second rounders right now. That might be a stretch, but second rounders are the equivalent of looking in your Halloween candy bag and seeing black licorice, right?
They're toilet paper picks. No
Yes.
one really cares about them.
Yes, I don't like. I can't get excited about that, and I understand that's what the players you traded, that's what they were worth, but still. We need to do something about receiving second rounders.
I think they need to change the name. Second round sounds too.
Sounds too
up
good
there.
because our
Sounds too
NFL
good.
brains tell us
Yes.
that a second round pick is a lot of value.
Yeah, and I know there could be some value found in the second round, but most likely not. I don't know what
Well, and
to
you
do.
can't pick everybody. What are you going to pick? Every single player, and then cut like half of them before
Yeah.
the season starts.
For sure.
Every year there is one legitimately good second round player,
Totally.
but it's hard to find.
But again, do you use every one of those picks? Because that seems absurd.
No, you can't.
It's a wild influx of young
you can't.
players.
Way too few roster spots to use that.
Yeah. And the draft is just a jumbled mess via this team, you know? And nobody knows who actually belongs to
Many of those picks are going to be traded for cash considerations.
what. Yeah, that makes it
I
even
still
better,
don't
Steve.
understand what cash considerations
I don't
are.
You just
that
give the other
is.
team like $3 million usually for a second round pick.
Toilet paper picks. Nikki, what do you got?
So I'm going to loop back to the Super Bowl. We were talking about Sam Darnold. Where's he ranked? Guys, if we look back at his career, who is Cooper Kupp? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. He has 2 Super Bowls. He has a triple crown.
Yeah.
But the shortest peak, what is it, 3 seasons over 1,000 yards?
2.
2 seasons over 1,000 yards.
Really?
It's unbelievable. I can't compare him to anybody. The only comparison I could find to Cooper Kupp was outside of the sports realm, and it's Hilary Swank. She's she won 2 Best Actresses, but she's never been
2 of them.
Yes.
For what? $1 Million Baby and
one before that in '98.
Boys Don't Cry.
Boys Don't Cry.
Damn.
Yeah, but like history looks at her as a good actress.
Man, I don't think about Hilary Swank very much.
You don't think about Hilary Swank very much.
Never.
Like, she was a lot of people's like welcome to Hollywood moment maybe, but like, I mean, maybe some studio will retire her number, but I don't know. She's not a Hall of Fame actress, is she?
I mean, no, and to your point with Kupp, I mean, there's reporting in The Athletic from these last few weeks, one of the stories you read in the run-up to the Super Bowl, that they were out there actively telling people not to sign Kupp.
The Rams.
The Rams were. That he was done, he was old, he had nothing left in the tank.
And he played fine. What, did he have 800 yards this year?
He was fine. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't have a banner year by any means.
But
like,
you can't
he
compare his career to any other athlete.
No, because the Triple Crown is absurd.
Yes.
Like, that's a mountaintop
Jerry
that is
Rice,
never climbed.
Steve Smith, and maybe one more.
Michael Thomas, maybe?
Michael Thomas did it.
Or Marvin Harrison. Yeah.
Well, and then also look at the fact that Cooper Kupp, it's like it becomes even more improbable when you look at his recruiting and where he came from,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he was incredibly small in high school. He was a big recruit. Was he a UDFA guy, Che?
No, he was drafted. He was Washington State.
Yeah,
I believe. Okay.
he was Wazoo.
Okay.
Oh, Eastern Washington. Excuse me, Eastern Washington.
Yep.
I don't know. I do know that my wife thought he was really hot, which I never really considered. But we were watching the game and she kept mentioning it, and then I was looking at him closer, and yeah, I could see it. He's got real
guy.
pretty eyes.
Yeah, he's got it.
His beard's a little weird. Are those veneers?
It's a little Amishy. I think the Rams might have gotten free veneers. for
right,
everybody.
because I know Stafford obviously
Yeah.
has them, and it feels like Kupp may as well.
Yeah, but yeah, like we talk about ranking. Where's Cooper Kupp's rank all time? Is he top 30, 50?
I don't know.
Not top 100
Not top 100?
receivers ever.
Dude, his
Che's
triple
on
crown year
fire
was
today.
absurd.
He had one incredible year that will go down as an awesome,
He has
awesome
2
year.
Super Bowls. How many Pro Bowls?
I mean, so in the Super Bowl he had like 61 yards, something like that. Like, okay,
That's pretty meaningful in this Super Bowl.
certainly. And in his first Super Bowl,
And he
I
is
believe-
the
I
Super
believe- I
Bowl
believe it was-
He was the MVP his triple crown year.
yeah, I believe, yeah.
One Pro Bowl. That's crazy.
Was it 1 Pro Bowl?
One
Yeah,
Pro
it's
Bowl.
just
my
that
God.
year. I mean, he dealt with like a lot of injuries.
He's
so it's
an
not like
enigma
he was-
to me.
I
I can't comprehend
This is such
Cooper
a good
Kupp.
point, dude.
His peak was as high as anyone's
Anybody's
peak
ever.
But the rest of his career is pretty middling.
I'll say this because we do this legacy thing and we want to compare guys where he's ranked all time, all this. One thing Cooper Kupp is a badass teammate and football player. And this I don't like this is not going to rank him highly or anything, but what he meant to this Seattle team this year in terms of bringing like leadership. You listen to Jackson Smith and Jigba talk
Good
about
run
him
blocker, yep.
and everything that he's a great run blocker. Like he gets after it. Like that's a classic. Even though he had those crazy heights, which is wild for a guy that's normally this archetype, but that's a classic glue guy.
Yeah.
That's who Cooper Kupp is. He's a classic glue guy to hold everything together.
Everywhere he goes, a young kid emerges with
Yeah,
Luka
ends up
and
supplanting.
JSN.
Wow.
He's a groomer. That should be his nickname.
Cooper Kupp is not a top 25 receiver in the NFL right now.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close.
But if you want to win a Super Bowl, you need a guy like that on
So
your
yeah,
team, dude.
top 100 all time. He's nowhere near that.
You
All
don't
right,
think- you don't think
guys.
Top 100.
When we get back here on Wake Up Barstool, it's time
30
for
was
our
too high.
first of 2 NFL closing ceremony awards. We're going to hand out some awards here at Wake Up Barstool now that another season is at an end. More coming up next on FS1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. So shout out to all my fellow nerds out there. Whoever else is playing a little WoW Classic, Burning Crusade right now. If you want to send gold to Thaladin on the Dream Scythe server, that's Thalodin. Feel free to do that. I would love that. That'd be very much appreciated. Right now, though, guys, it is time for the NFL closing ceremonies. That's right. Another season is in the books. It's very sad in many ways, very whatever. But it's time to reflect. It's time to look back on the season that was, and we're going to hand out some awards. We have our Tyler Shuck Award, our Most Epic Collapse Award, I Swear He's Good But His Team Sucks Award. Coming up next hour, we got Popularity Award Despite Being Bad at Your Job, James Harden Didn't Show Up at the Big Game Award, and the next Sam Darnold Award. But we'll start with my guy, Tyler Shuck. Okay, and here's the deal on these. This is a player who maybe didn't play the whole season, but when he did, it was pretty damn exciting. And he looks like he could maybe be the next guy, and we got to figure out who we think it is. Our first nominee is Jackson Dart. We also have Green Bay Packer Malik Willis up there, very good in his play this year. Davis Mills, remember Davis Mills?
Yeah.
Stepping in for C.J. Stroud earlier this year, going on that run. And then, of course, Shedeur Sanders, perfect timing. Shedeur with Cleveland getting in there. Cheah. Who do you think should win the inaugural Tyler Shuck Award?
I think it's going to be Malik Willis, just because we saw such a small sample, but he was so good in it, and we've seen it in previous years too, and it looks like he's going to get paid. Now, whether he's actually good, we don't really know, but it looks like he's earned his way to a contract, so I'm going to give it to Malik Willis.
Okay, Nikki, what are you thinking out of this grouping? Perfect timing.
Shedeur. I think the Browns should feel okay, and that's really good for Browns fans. I think it gives them something to be excited for, and he's a Pro Bowler, man. I don't hate Shedeur.
Objective truths: Shedeur Sanders has his jersey retired in college, and is a Pro Bowler as a rookie in the NFL.
Cooper Kupp can't say that.
Those are facts that nobody can change. Eddie, you big Malik Willis guy?
Listen, I think that's a good pick. I'm between Malik Willis and Davis Mills here. I'm going to go with Davis Mills just for the simple fact that people wanted him to come back in that playoff game.
Yeah.
So that kind of speaks volumes of what he did and how bad C.J. Stroud was, of course. But I'm going to go with Davis Mills.
Now, okay, we have to come to a consensus here, though, guys. As a group, we have to choose our winner, so let's talk this out real quick. Here's my problem with Malik Willis and Davis Mills is they're on very good teams. And whoever these guys are going to have to be successful with is probably not going to be as good, right? They're not going to have the Texans defense. They're not going to have the competence of the Green Bay organization. So I'm actually scoring Dart and Shedeur higher on this list. Hell, I think Tyler Shuck should win the Tyler Shuck Award.
No, I think you're biased.
No, I know.
Let's go with the guy none of us said. Let's go with Dart. Let's go with Dart.
Do you remember how bad the Saints were before Shuck played? Then all of a sudden they're rattling off wins?
They were bad.
I think Dart should be disqualified
Why is that?
because the bar was on the floor with Russell Wilson.
You're right.
Like,
Yeah.
That game against Dallas, though.
sure, but it was just on the floor.
Well, and he's a first-round pick.
Yes.
Right, that kind of disqualifies him a little.
So, like, he had the franchise was always going to hand it to him. I mean,
Shedeur?
dude, I'm with you.
Shedeur?
I'm
Let's
with
do it.
Nikki. I think Shedeur Sanders should win the inaugural Tyler Shuck Award.
Approved.
All right, there we go. Shout out Shedeur, added to the trophy case.
Another one for the
Hey,
collection.
but like all joking aside, I do think actually Shedeur could be really good. I don't know if Todd Monken inspires any confidence, but I'm a Shedeur guy.
I like Todd Monken.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Coming up next, what do we got? We got the Most Epic Collapse Award. Look at that. Steven Cheah's Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to the stage. We also have our own Jeremy's Green Bay Packers. Somehow losing that division to the Bears in the end. The Indianapolis Colts, who could forget Indiana Jones and the early run that the Colts were on. And then the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champs, best to ever do it, best quarterback to ever play the game, and yet didn't even make the playoffs. All right, Eddie, you start this one off.
I'd like to have Steven started off.
All right. I mean, this is pretty obvious. This team was controlling the South, and then things went totally down. It's got to be the Colts. Like,
Well done.
Indiana Jones, T-Bob was all on the Colts train.
They were
Jonathan
so
Taylor,
good.
so good, and then just.
Bro, weren't they like 8-2 and they had the Chiefs dead to rights?
Yes.
Knife
Yes.
poised over the heart, and then they lose that game, and everything fell apart after it.
But here's the difference, T-Bob. They lost their quarterback. The Green Bay Packers lost their best pass rusher. I mean, the Buccaneers, what did they start again?
We were 5-1 and then 6-2.
And what did it take to win that division?
9 wins would have gotten it done.
Okay. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They're one of 3 teams to beat the Seahawks this year. The
Look at
Rams, the Niners, the Bucks.
Wait, doesn't that kind of
Hang
mean
the
that they
banner.
should win this award even more then?
Yes.
Because when they were at their peak, they were good enough to beat the Super Bowl champs.
Yes.
And then they couldn't even beat the Panthers in the end?
It's the Bucks.
I think an epic collapse needs to be epic. That was a sad trickle of a collapse. A dynasty fell.
And who, the Packers? Or Kansas
Chiefs.
City. Duh, yeah.
Yeah. No. The Chiefs. They, you go into the year, people assume they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They didn't make the playoffs.
They were the number 1 pick in our
Yes.
Super Bowl draft.
Yeah.
And I took them, and then you guys were mad.
Remember
Yeah.
Dan's
Shea wins
inevitability
again.
parlay? Just
Yeah.
bet the
Ohio
Chiefs to win the
State
Super Bowl and
Chiefs.
Ohio State to win the championship?
Look at that. Yeah. So I think it's the Chiefs if we're using the word epic.
I'm gonna go. I think Ed's logic won me over. I'm gonna go Buccaneers here because they still had Baker Mayfield. I know they missed Clyde Johansson. I know they had like a million injuries, but they still had Baker, and it just and we're talking Baker MVP, and then he was nowhere sniffing the conversation.
AC joint.
All right, we went a little long there, so we got more awards coming up later. We still got plenty more to get to, but there it is. Shout out to the Bucs, the most epic collapse of the 2025 NFL season. Coming up next, it's time to mock draft. That's right, mock draft season is officially underway, and our own Steven Cheah has already put together his mock draft 1.0. We'll break it down next on Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Closing out hour 1. We got Big Cat coming by in hour 2, and Stugotz as well, a personal hero of mine who I've gotten to know a little bit this last year, but I've never actually met in real life, so I cannot.
You're going to meet him live?
Yes, live on air for the first time in real life. I cannot wait. I've been a fan for years.
Don't bring up World of Warcraft.
I have studied at the School of Stu. He knows my nerd tendencies. All right, Steven Cheah, though, he's a sicko. He loves mock drafts, as all great NFL nerds do. Cheah, take it away. Mock draft 1.0 is officially out.
1.0 is out. Had to put it out there at Super Bowl. People are thirsty. People are thirsty for the mock drafts. Everyone's season is over, even the Seahawks and Patriots. So let's look forward to next year. I've talked about it on the show. I could see a world where the Raiders get off the number 1 pick, but as of right now,
There's no way.
I think it makes sense based on their personnel. That being said, they hired Clint Kubiak, offensive guy. They're going to want to tie him to a quarterback. Fernando Mendoza seems like the clear number 1 pick. Obviously, Heisman Trophy winner, national championship winner. I would caution that I don't think this is a very good draft. But he seems to be the best quarterback. He's the best fit for the team based on need. Hopefully they're not picking this high again, so they're going to go with their quarterback, Mendoza, at 1 overall.
I mean, yeah, he's a giant white guy, high character.
He seems very safe.
Makes incredible throws, like perfect decisions, leader. The boys love him. And Ed, they got the timing that the Bears could never get for decades, where they got the GM, head coach, and quarterback all lined up, ducks in a row, all kind of united, knowing they all ride or die together.
Is he too pure of a boy for Vegas?
I think that's why it's perfect.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Brady's there. Like, a similar type of...
Oh, I didn't even consider that. And he gets to learn under...
I think Brady's a pure boy.
Yeah. Is he not?
I don't know.
I think Brady's got... I think Fernando has more dog in him than we realize. But no, I think Brady's got
Agreed.
even more dog than that. All right, so what happens after Mendoza then? Because this is accepted. We all know this.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a run on edge rushers. I think it's pretty edge rusher heavy. There are 3 guys, really, who you could look to. I think Arvell Reese from Ohio State is the most versatile. I think you could see him in play with the Jets. I got Ruben Bain, who's a big boy, 6'3", 275, but he's got very short arms, which, we saw... You can poo-poo the short arms and all that for offensive linemen, defensive linemen, edge rushers. But we saw, I believe Will Campbell was the 4th overall pick. His arms were short, and he's getting run over in the Super Bowl. Was that a real stat? Did I get duped? Did he give up 14 pressures?
Yeah, most pressures ever in a playoff game for
You can't credit that to just arms, though.
No, but like that's the main red flag. Like if you have the cream of the crop going against each other, and a guy can get into your chest a little bit easier, that matters.
I will say I was never cream of the crop, but as somebody with relatively short arms as well, it's a helpless feeling when a guy has you locked out and you're just doing this in air, just like trying whatever you can to grab the guy. You feel like a little baby. The little toddler that he's just pushing away like that.
Yeah. I like David Bailey a lot. I think he's got a great get-off. Stanford transfer at Texas Tech. 14.5 sacks this year. I think he's got the size, the speed, the production.
Got the motor, too.
He's got the motor, yep. I like him in Tennessee. But I think you could see these guys go really in any order, but I think it's going to be edge rusher heavy at the top of the draft. I am very interested. Combine, let's see it. I just spoke about it, but when they do all the measurements, I want to see Ruben Bain's arm length. If he's under like 32.5, that's a big problem.
What was Campbell, like 33.5 maybe?
I think he was like 33, or no, I think he was under 33.
Damn.
You need to have like at least like 32.5 to even be functional. I think Joe Thomas was like 32.5.
All right, so then, so we go quarterback, we go edge rushers. What's crazy about this draft, though, are there any other quarterbacks left in this first round?
Stay tuned.
Oh.
Yeah. I have, if we go through the whole thing, I have Ty Simpson going very late first round. The Rams have 2 first-round picks.
Stay tuned for like
How do they?
Wait,
When's he going to tell us?
Stay tuned, and then he immediately tells us.
I'm glad we stayed
they're
I'm glad we stuck around for that 4 seconds, man. I was on the edge. I couldn't even make it to the edge
I feel
of my
bad for the people who left.
I guess I'll come back later.
The
That person has to have the fastest reaction time. All right.
See ya.
The Rams have 2 first-round picks. They're picking in the teens, and then they're picking again at 29. Obviously, they have Matthew Stafford, who is an awesome, awesome player, reigning MVP. But they could look to get a quarterback either early or later in the first round, and I think this is the opportunity. Draft a quarterback, have him learn behind Matthew Stafford. I think this is a spot for Ty Simpson or whoever they value at 29.
This is Stetson Bennett Erasure right here, Che. Coming up next, Stugotz here live in studio. What's happening, y'all? So I told you at the beginning of the show, Stu, maybe not known for his punctuality, but Stugotz is going to be here, as will Dan. Big Cat's coming in as well. Look forward to that. We're going to talk some Kansas and Arizona last night as a massive upset. Or not a massive upset, but a massive win for Bill Self in Kansas, getting it done at home. No DP, no problem. But first, boys, the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. What do you do after win the Super Bowl, right? What's the classic old thing?
Go to Disneyland.
You go to Disneyland, right? And here you saw him yesterday. Kenneth Walker, Sam Darnold, they're at Disneyland. They're doing the parade, happiest place on earth. Mickey's going crazy. I'm a massive Disney nerd. Now I prefer Disney World in Orlando because I think Epcot is literally the greatest place on the earth. But look at this. The boys in the teacups. And I got to imagine they're pretty hungover.
That's the
point,
lhave
right?
place you want to be with.
Like, but notice, Nikki, they're not spinning the cup, right? I mean,
I've never been to Disney. You have control of the cup.
Oh, full control, yeah.
Cups aren't exclusive to Disney. You've never been to a teacup?
I've never been in a teacup.
That's wild. Never.
no.
You're missing out.
This looks lame. There's just 2 social media people just like filming them like from 5 feet away. They're not having fun. It looks like they're not even talking. It looks like they're having a staring contest.
The sadder part is the social media guy in the red leather jacket sitting in his own cup alone. Nobody's spinning.
They're not smiling.
The Disney trip after a Super Bowl, like that's the last place these guys probably want to be.
Oh man, okay. So where would you rather go?
Home?
Any vacation.
I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like the beach.
That should be the
massage. Yeah. You won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do? I'm going to go home.
Yes, but look at those kids. See, those kids are doing it right. The 3 kids in the cup next to them.
They didn't win the Super Bowl. They don't deserve to be there.
They're going as hard as they can, spinning that thing, making sure they're getting the most out of their teacup.
Better than the Dumbo ride, though. That would be a lot more sad.
Yeah, I will say, in terms of lines that I hate waiting for, teacups got to be. Oh!
Come on.
Stu!
Where
am I sitting? Where am I sitting?
My dog, dude. Okay,
T-Bob, look at me.
I
love you, dude.
I love you. This is one of my
man?
heroes in radio. I have studied at the feet in the school of Stugotz.
Yes.
For many, many years now, we've never met. We've talked a lot. Stu, this is Steven Cheah.
Yep.
Stu, what's up, man? How we doing today? Thank you for coming in, dude, and coming in early, 8 a.m., dude.
Yes, way too early for me. We're doing good, man. It's I'm a little bit late because my daughter's at Northwestern. They had a lacrosse game last night. I'm in town for that, and I get into her Jeep this morning because she needed the Wrangler Jeep, and so I got her the Wrangler Jeep, right? But I haven't been in this car, driven this car in a year and a half. And so she's like, Dad, stop taking an Uber. If you're going to Barstool, just take my car, take the Jeep. I get in, I drive about 100 yards. Imagine a slot machine that has nothing but bad car signals that go off. I won the jackpot this morning. It was 4 flat tires, 4 low pressures, the upside down, the Colts logo that you get when your tire pressure is down. What's up, man? And so I'm like calling her. I'm like, Rachel, why did you? So it just dawned on me as I was driving. It needed gas, it needed oil, it needed every single light. I won the jackpot this morning. And by won the jackpot, meaning I have to spend thousands of dollars to get this car repaired. And so I'm driving in here this morning. I called my daughter. I said, why'd you want me to take the car? She said, so you can get it fixed after you're done.
Heady play by Rachel, dude. I mean,
she has learned from the best, yes.
When you see the Christmas tree on the dash, it's always, you're in trouble. I'm just shocked.
Why, were you trying to get the smoke smell out of your car?
Well, no, the Christmas tree of lights.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, I've had that at various times in my life, for sure.
I'm shocked to see this guy here.
Yeah, I'm shocked to see you here.
You finally got here.
I did. I finally.
After what? 2 years of saying I'm going to stop by.
How many years has Rachel been at Northwestern?
This is her 4th year.
It's basically been 3 years of.
And he's invited me every single year.
Yeah, every single year. Like every, I don't know, probably like 4th game that she's playing.
Yeah.
Stu will text me and be like, hey, I'm going to be in town. I'll stop by. I'm like, great. And then we got to the point where I just stopped responding, and I would just heart the message.
Yes.
Like, I'll see if I see you, but you're here. Good to see you.
Just to get me to go away.
You're not gonna
I responded, but I know he's not coming.
Yeah,
Exactly, yes.
Stu, so you're in town for the Northwestern game. You're going to be doing your radio show here from you today. Very excited to have you here. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Does Sam Darnold need to do it again in the Super Bowl? in the school of Stu, where are we at with Sam Darnold?
It's funny. It's a story that's we should be celebrating, that's worth celebrating.
I'm celebrating it.
Well, why are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating it just because I think it's cool that the guy got, dumped on constantly.
Yes.
And it's proven, we've had this kind of renaissance in the last couple of years, whether it be Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Malik Willis, what he's been done with the Packers, what he's going to sign for. That, hey, we're stupid how we talk about these quarterbacks because where they get drafted in the organization they play in matters so much more than we let on. And a lot of these guys are just really good. They just get put in really bad spots to start.
So I agree with you, and there is not a worse spot than the New York Jets, right? So imagine, listen, you guys saw Shawshank Redemption, right?
Yeah.
So when he crawls through the river of whatever. That's the Jets. The Jets are Shawshank Redemption, and somehow Sam Darnold crawled through that, crawled through Carolina, went to San Francisco, goes to Minnesota, learns, goes 14-3 with Minnesota. They still don't think he's good enough, and then he finds himself in Seattle, and he wins a Super Bowl. It's a story, I'm with you, that is worth paying attention to, worth celebrating. To answer your question, 100% yes, he has to do it again.
Did you see Todd Bowles? Did you see the story about Todd Bowles and the prophetic nature of Todd Bowles? He finally got one right. Did you see this, Steven? You're Bucs fan?
I saw Steven perk up.
After the story goes that after Sam Darnold played and won his first game for the Jets, Todd Bowles went to the media and was asked, do we got a guy?
Right.
And he said, I'm going to need, about 100 games to decide if we got a real guy here or not. Sam Darnold's 101st game was Super Bowl Sunday. Wow. So Todd Bowles finally...
He was right.
He finally could say that they got a guy. But yeah, the fact that he did it, too, without turning the ball over once in the playoffs, because we all were waiting for it. We all were saying, Sam Darnold will be a pumpkin again. And I thought he was great in the NFC. He was phenomenal in the NFC Championship game. I actually thought he was great in the Super Bowl, too, doing what he needed to do.
He was good enough in the Super Bowl.
Yes, right. Well, I also think that, if you criticize Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl, I think that's also a criticism of, maybe not a criticism is the right word, but Mike Macdonald, I think if you watch that game,
he very quickly realized within the first quarter that the Patriots were not going to win that game unless there was a catastrophic error from the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So
he played
you
it
saw
safe.
at the first drive when Sam Darnold, everyone said, oh, he's about to throw an interception. He was so close to an interception. That didn't happen after that. You know what I mean? They realized, hey, we can just get field goals and we can win this game. We can choke them out.
He just needed to avoid the Stiddy.
Yeah.
What Stidham did.
Correct.
Throwing the ball
Jared
backwards out
Stidham
of
would be
nowhere.
in the Super Bowl if he didn't have that one fumble.
I just think no one cares about Seattle. Like no one has feelings either way about the city of Seattle, the fan base, the organization, which is probably why we're not celebrating Sam Darnold and the Seahawks the way we should. Plus, we were watching a Super Bowl where everyone had the conversation. Is the kicker going to win the MVP?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's
but I thought both
nerdy.
coaches were coaching scared. I do. Well, McDonald's smart. Rabel's scared. Right?
Yeah.
Vrabel not going for it on the 4th and 1, down 12. Was it
Right.
12-0 at the time? That
Stuff
was
he doesn't
bad.
normally do. Right?
I actually think that, so you're right about Seattle. I think before a Super Bowl like this, we need to do like an American Idol casting call and just find the Dave Portnoy of Seattle.
Right.
So that people can get like a
Yes, true.
some
Say what you
anger
will
going.
about Philadelphia fans.
Right.
We need Philly fans.
Right. Oh yeah. I always say
Yes.
Philadelphia fans are necessary. They're like an apex predator in the ecosystem. If you take them away, everything's gonna, there's gonna be a million deer running around the Midwest. So
Yes.
you need the wolves.
Like Richard Sherman was so important to have feelings about
Of course,
Seattle.
Right.
yes. Well, and that moment that he had with Aaron Andrews,
Right.
all that stuff kind of put them on a national scene.
Yeah.
Well, and they have beast
Right.
mode. I mean, he's one of those
Yeah.
charismatic
Yeah.
guys on the entire planet.
Absolutely.
I mean, this Seahawks team is the ultimate whole was the greater than the sum of its parts. So,
Yes.
like, there's no real big superstars. Even Kenneth Walker's, like, so soft-spoken.
Well, there's one, the wide receiver, but he had a bad game in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, JSN, I'm pretty sure he was concussed. But he
was definitely concussed.
Yeah, and Christian Gonzalez played great. But yeah, it was a weird, and it also how the Seahawks, starting the season 60-1, all the stories about the same old cast of characters, and then the NFC, the Rams and the Seahawks end up being the best two teams. And they played the Super Bowl on the NFC Championship game Sunday. Those are the two best teams in the NFL.
The rare Super Bowl before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
And Darnold won that game in his 100th game.
Right.
Yeah.
He objectively won that game. Bolt was right.
It was just a weird game. Like if on a normal Sunday, if I have a quad box going, I'm not certain that game makes my quad box.
No, that's
you know what
fair.
I'm saying?
No.
That's fair.
Right.
No. I
Weird
mean,
season.
That's embarrassing for you that you only have 4 games up. But yes, I agree with you.
I'm not making your kind of money.
You can get 2 TVs.
Have you seen the gambling cave in there?
Yeah.
I have seen the game. This place is very impressive.
It's
I gotta
pretty
tell you.
fun.
I should have came here 4 years
I
ago.
know. You'd think that like a guy, I'm inviting you. I was like, hey, Stu, come. You can use any of our studios. You can eat our ice cream. You can go on the
Right.
golf simulator.
Yes.
And he's like, nah, I'm gonna stay and watch my daughter play lacrosse at Northwestern. So.
I mean, dude, if you like free stuff, there's
Yeah, right.
Snack
This is
closet,
it,
there's free
right? It's a
stuff all over
playground
the
for
place.
me. There's stimuli here. I need all that. It's why I love Radio Row so much and Super Bowl. It's why we love Tahoe.
Yes.
I need stuff going on around me
Listen.
while I'm doing this.
Yes, exactly. I'm cleaning out my office. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. I'm cleaning out my office later today. You should probably hang out because there's going to be some hats.
Really?
So that you would probably be interested in some. Maybe
I'll have
some
Taylor, my
poster.
producer, hang
Yeah,
out for
just
that.
hang out. Some sphere art. Like I have everything that's going
Right.
to be. We gotta clean out. So.
All right.
So with the Jets component, like, should GMs be calling Zach Wilson?
No.
I mean,
No.
But listen, if Zach
There's a
Wilson,
limit to it. I think you found it.
But if Zach Wilson isn't putting out hype videos today, he's doing something wrong.
Yeah, this. It's kind of like the Indiana Kurt Signetti thing, where every team's going to think they have a shot, but not every team's going to have Kurt Signetti. Every team's going to think, hey, I can reclaim this guy. Sam Darnold also needs to be, like, the circumstances of his reclamation project. He went to Kyle Shanahan. He went to Kevin O'Connell.
Right.
He then goes to Seattle. I think those are important steps that are part of the
Definitely.
process.
Shanahan step was such a big
That's the
Right.
biggest
for him
step.
because that's the step where he was just learning how to be a quarterback.
He didn't have to play.
He wasn't playing. He didn't
Yep.
have to worry about anything. Didn't have to worry about winning. But you think about who he beat on his run to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He beats one of the best coaches in the NFL, Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
He beats Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay.
Mm-hmm.
He beats Mike Vrabel, the guy everyone was calling the best coach in the NFL. Again, it's something that's worth celebrating. Yet I can't find myself, being happy.
Well, and not only does
I
he beat those guys, but he beats them in rubber matches.
Yes.
There's nothing more terrifying
Yes.
as an NFL fan than winning in the regular season to get your arch rival, winning the division. Then you got to square up with them again in the playoffs.
Yes.
I mean, y'all Think about those Packers rematches.
Yeah.
The amount of emotion y'all had on the line going into
Yeah.
Can I interest you in the fact that he's the first, as far as we know, mono survivor to win a Super Bowl as a quarterback?
I am interested. Yes.
Okay, so
Wow.
now, like,
It's
we gotta,
amazing,
we gotta try to
You're
get.
trying to build up his
Yeah, we're trying to build up some
but he
more
had mono.
sob stories.
Is he
Just
the
think about
first-
like Tom Rinaldi doing a set, like,
Yes.
and Sam Darnold woke up one morning and he was really tired.
So when you're doing the story, the Tom Rinaldi story, that's going to make you cry of Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
It has to include
Yeah.
mono.
Yeah, you have no idea how tired he
Not
was.
the
He had
Jets,
to
right,
nap
yeah.
multiple times a
This guy
day.
overcame the Jets and mono.
Mono.
Is he the first ever ginger to win a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback? I mean, Carson Wentz would have been in that, but if he didn't end up starting, I mean,
Yeah, it was
I've
Foles,
been
right?
running through the list. I don't think I could think of another ginger.
Like Ginger Light, though.
I mean,
Yeah, there
Andy
was-
Dalton never made a Super Bowl.
the beard is pretty ginge.
It's Ginge.
The beard is very
so?
ginger coated.
Yeah.
Who I think I looked this up not too
Why?
long ago because I mean these are important stats. These are important stats. There was one guy in like maybe the 70s who was maybe a ginger. Look it up. Find it for me, Steven.
I'm trying
There's
to think.
a borderline ginger who won.
Well,
won a Super Bowl.
Dan, but we did mention a good point now, or Weiner Cheah did, that Sam Darnold.
Then it wasn't a good point if he
Well,
meant-
Sam Darnold only completed 50% of his passes in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, these are the Che.
No. But here's how you have to spin that, guys. We just agreed the Super Bowl was the NFC Championship game.
Correct.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Correct.
He
Dominated
again,
the Super Bowl.
Against the Rams,
objectively,
right.
unequivocally
Yes.
won that game with the defense that didn't have.
I'm so sick of the completion percentage nerds and dorks that
Same.
are out there. They're the absolute worst.
Yes.
It's you know what they're the Drew Brees of like online discourse. Like Drew Brees, very good Hall of Fame quarterback.
First ballot.
But would you say like Drew Brees was the best quarterback ever?
No.
But his percentage,
was.
look at his percentage. He always had 80%.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
How many rings does he have?
Exactly.
There you go.
Talking about
Got the
rings.
one, Stu. Relax. Okay, you need to pump.
Yeah, but
the
he
brakes.
needed to cheat with an onside kick.
No, we
right.
got screwed over by the refs when we had another one coming too. Okay, closing
Play him
ceremonies
straight, couldn't
next.
beat him straight up.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Another bucket list day for your boy here as we got Stugotz live in studio joining us. Stugotz, Eddie, Dan, and Che here today. Okay, so we're doing the NFL closing ceremonies.
Right.
These are own awards that we have made up to hand out.
Okay.
And now we arrive at the award for the most popular person in the NFL despite being bad at his job. And we start with 9, J.J. McCarthy. A lot of 9 talk this year. Also, getting a nomination this year, Mike Tomlin. Legendary career shout out. We have Justin Herbert there as well. One of the NFL's flashpoints, biggest nerds love to argue about. And then Travis Kelce.
Wow.
Is he over the hill, Stu?
Guys are bailing on Kelsey that quickly.
And
huh?
we have to come to a consensus here, guys.
I don't know if any of these guys are bad.
Oh, J.J.
JJ.
McCarthy's bad.
Oh, now hold on a second.
Tomlin's average,
Hold on a
Herbert's
second.
bad.
Hold on about J.J. McCarthy. We talked about Kyle Shanahan and Kevin O'Connell helping Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl. Maybe it was J.J. McCarthy all along.
It wasn't.
Think about it. He went to the Panthers. He went to the 49ers.
Right.
He didn't do anything.
Yes.
He then spends 1 year in the same locker room as J.J. McCarthy, and then all of a sudden he wins the Super Bowl.
Right, so it rubbed off on him. Right, whatever J.J. McCarthy has.
Correlation
That
equals
national
causation.
championship pedigree.
Yeah. He hadn't played with a quarterback before who had won a major national championship or Super Bowl.
Right.
He then plays with one single guy named J.J. McCarthy.
Yes.
And then goes on to win a Super Bowl.
Is there any-
That might be J.J. McCarthy's Super Bowl that we watched on
I
Sunday.
like that. It's a good
Is there
thing.
anything to be said about because the Vikings finished 9-8, right?
Yeah, they
like
weren't a
JJ
bad team.
he got okay at the end.
He was
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, but you can't be the quarterback whisperer coach, which is what we were calling O'Connell
Yeah.
early in the season, right? And let the wrong quarterback lead your
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah, that part.
You can't do that.
That's
Well, no, you
insane.
can do that. It's
Right.
just that after that happens, you have to make sure that the media writes about your GM missing 2 weeks of training camp
Fair.
for
Yes.
paternity leave.
You also have to make sure the current quarterback, the one you decided to keep, turns out to be great.
Right.
And he's not.
Yes.
I know what you're saying.
Yes.
I know what you're saying. He rubbed off on Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
So you say nobody's bad, Stu. You
No,
said
I
Justin-
think Tomlin's bad.
Okay, Tomlin's
Tomlin's
bad.
average.
Yeah.
He's average.
You said Justin Herbert's bad.
I mean, I'm tired of Herbert. Everyone taught, like, Justin Herbert has all the physical traits you would want in a quarterback. Like if you put Herbert to the left and any other quarterback to the right, and you knew nothing about football, and you said choose one of these guys just based on their, how they look physically, you would sprint to Justin Herbert.
Right.
He's got all the qualities. It's amounted to no playoff wins.
So
I mean, like people talk about him like he's one of these elite quarterbacks in the NFL.
This is the problem.
And he's not. And when I sit up in my chair, I am serious.
Right.
Justin Herbert, overrated.
So I agree with everything you said. The problem is I do think Justin Herbert's good, and I always like think, what would it be like if it was 20 years ago? Justin Herbert would just be a good to maybe great quarterback,
right?
And we would not think about it more than that. But because so many people defend him before he's done a single thing of actual note in the NFL,
yes,
guys like us get upset and we're like, oh, you nerds saying that he's like the best quarterback in the NFL. He hasn't won a playoff game.
Right.
So it's almost like we're reacting to the reaction, and I have to stop myself and be like, just take a step back.
So you're saying like back in
Chargers suck.
Yeah, but like 70s, early 80s, he would just be Dan Fouts.
Yeah,
right?
you'd just be like, yeah, that guy's awesome.
Right,
yeah,
right.
he's fine.
Okay, who cares? He didn't win a Super Bowl.
Right,
Big deal, right?
Right, exactly. Man, can he throw the ball?
Right.
That would be all we'd say.
Yeah, but we set the expectations so high for
I
Justin
know.
Herbert, and then you sprinkle in Jim Harbaugh, right? And that brings the expectations even higher than where they were before they got Jim. And he's done nothing with it.
Now-
He's out of excuses. Like, that's it. You have one of the best coaches in the NFL.
But even this year, he had the excuse of the O-line just being absolute garbage. Slater goes out. Like, everybody got hurt. Everybody got hurt in the O-line. He had no time. Look at him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What about Travis Kelce? Because he might be the most popular. Like, if it's most popular despite being bad at your job, who's more popular in the entire world than Kelce is, thanks to Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
And what this year was 800 yards? 5 tuds.
Yeah, he's like 40.
He looks
old.
thick. He's
Yeah, but-
36.
I know, missing Mahomes for some of the season, right? He was injured, wasn't having a typical Mahomes season. Like, we're going to bail on Kelce that quickly?
No.
Right.
Well, it's been
I'm
would say
shocked
he's
that you're standing by him.
I would say, considering the age, listen, he set the bar so high for himself. So it's hard to eclipse that at the age that he's
That's
at
fair.
right now, right?
You also have to realize what Stu's doing here, and it's actually smart. He's a veteran of the game, and I have to
Yes.
follow this.
That's the OG.
JJ McCarthy not going to Lake Tahoe. Mike Tomlin not going to
My
Lake
man.
Tahoe. Justin Herbert not going to Lake Tahoe. Travis Kelce,
Took you that
Lake
long to
Tahoe.
I have to see Kelce again.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get invited to
Right.
something. This guy is going to be great for a long time.
Yes.
Okay, so Mike Tomlin wins then. Are we in agreement? Mike Tomlin wins.
Yeah,
the
JJ
Popular
McCarthy
Science
probably wins. JJ McCarthy.
I think JJ.
Okay, never mind. JJ McCarthy, 9.
Despite having such a positive effect on Sam Darnold.
Yes, exactly.
The James Harden Memorial didn't show up at the Big Game Award. First, we have Drake May, who was absent from not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different playoff games. We also have Bo Nix, who quite literally did not show up after breaking his leg. Justin Herbert getting another nomination here, another playoff loss on the resume. And then CJ Stroud, who, that was maybe the worst playoff game we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like Stroud jumps off the page here a bit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Yeah, I think it's an easy one, right?
Yeah.
How many interceptions in that game? And what's so
4?
funny about Stroud is like 2 or 3 years ago, we were saying this is the future of the NFL. And 2 or 3 years later, the Texans are a quarterback away.
Yeah.
Like, it's
yeah.
like-
It is nuts, and they have a real conversation to have with his extension coming up. But yeah,
Well,
I mean,
but Dan, by your logic, does CJ Stroud get credit for the Bears NFC North Championship?
why?
Well, because remember, he told Caleb Williams,
Oh,
he
yeah,
gave
yeah.
the blueprint.
Did.
Keep your head up, big dog. Keep
Yeah.
working.
Positive effect.
Yeah, like he basically is responsible for the rise of Caleb.
I don't know if it was a positive effect. It was more like a scared straight. Like Caleb was like, I don't want to be 16 games into my career thinking that I'm so good that I can big dog people. Yeah. So I think that was probably it. Yeah. He walked away being like, I don't want to be that guy.
Are you guys excited for Caleb? Like,
Yes. Beyond excited.
I mean, you have to be, right?
He's awesome.
Like, that's the guy for the next 10 or 15 years.
Yes.
At one point, Herbert was that guy, just so you
Yeah.
know. Yes.
Just okay, yeah.
Well, Caleb Williams has won a playoff game.
He has. Yes.
So
Yes.
he's already better than Herbert.
I think Caleb Williams is going to be the best quarterback we've ever seen. Seriously.
Ever?
When it's all
in
said
the
and done.
history of the world?
You have to say these things early.
I
I've told you this
know.
before.
Yes,
I've
I
told
know.
you this before. I think I told you this before when you were on my show. You have to get ahead of these things.
Yeah.
Say it right. Don't wait for him to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Say it before he wins the Super Bowl. Not only will he be a great quarterback, he will be the greatest quarterback to have ever played in the NFL.
There's gold up in these hills.
No
You're
one's going to
staking your
remember
claim
20
to
years
some
from now that I
barren
said
land.
this.
Yeah,
exactly.
We have a current take cooking on Pardon My Take that it's looking pretty good. But we said last year in the NBA playoffs, this was the worst Thunder team to win a title in their dynasty.
Right.
And it's going to end up being like they're going to win like 7 in a row.
So
that first one was the worst one.
So you're assuming there's going to be a dynasty here.
Exactly.
And you're saying this team, the team that won last year, was the worst
the
team
worst
of that dynasty.
of the dynasty.
Great
Good
take.
play.
I'm jealous. I'm going to steal that later.
All right, C.J. Stroud, winner of the James Harden Award. Next up, this is the next Sam Darnold Award.
Oh, boy.
Of course, players who had to crawl through their own Shawshank situations. Who will remain stuck in the pipe? Who will make it out? Kyler Murray first up here on the list. We've also got Tua Tagovailoa coming out of Miami, Danny Jones, who was at the edge of it this year, and then Malik Willis. Probably not fair as much for Willis to be thrown on here. This kind of feels like a Kyler Tua conversation.
No, absolutely not.
Because you don't expect him to ever reach the Sam Darnold height.
No, Malik Willis is the answer. Kyler Murray, there was a report today where they're deciding what to do with Kyler Murray, and then in the report, it was like Kyler Murray really enjoys living in Arizona and has a nice rhythm to life. Isn't that part of the problem?
Right.
He's like,
Yes.
yeah, he knows exactly where to go.
Make him uncomfortable.
He's got a really nice house. He can play his video games. That's
Yes.
the point. Let's break him out of his routine.
Yes.
No, I don't have
I
any.
forget, you're right. And that's my. I
Kyler's
forgot about
too
Malik
short
Willis
and-
going through Tennessee.
Yeah, Kyler's too short and Tua's arm is too weak.
I would go Tua here. Daniel Jones actually made it out and kind of was almost
He
there.
got caught again.
Right. Malik
the
Willis
warden got
He was
him.
Brooks, right? We were
Yeah.
bad groceries for a couple days.
Malik should not be with these other three guys.
Why not?
Well, the other three guys have started consistently in the NFL and have had some success.
I guess they're also first-round picks.
Yeah, I guess. I would go Tua here, actually. You know? Tua, if you listen, people forget this about Tua. A couple of years ago, the Dolphins were the talk of the NFL.
Yeah.
Tua was the talk of the NFL.
Y'all
Tyreek
paid
Hill, Jalen Waddle, they put up 70 points in a game against the Denver Broncos. I think Tua in the right spot. Here's what I learned about Sam Darnold. You put him with Justin Jefferson, you put him with JSN, and suddenly decent quarterbacks become really good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now, Tua had Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and was a great quarterback, led the NFL in passing yards. And I think if you get Tua in the right situation again, he could kind of revive that. So I would go Tua here. No, you don't.
I think Kyler, he needs that change of scenery. I mean, Kingsbury, Gannon. So
Kyler's simply too short.
He's got terrible
I
body
call it, it's
language,
just
too.
too short.
He looks like a petulant little kid. He's always pouting and yelling at
I'm
his
afraid for him when I'm
teammates.
watching him, yes.
If I have to take out Malik Willis, I think the Tua argument makes sense. I was a former member of Tuanon.
Right.
All right, so we'll give it to Tua.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm going to. I have Willis going to the Jets.
All right, this is I swear he's
like
good,
that.
but
And then
his
go
team
to Seattle
sucks.
5 years later.
Yeah.
I swear he's good, but his team sucks award. We have first on the list here, Dak Prescott. Next, Jake Ferguson. After that, George Pickens. And then finally, Brandon Aubrey.
Wow. Aubrey.
4 very good players here. Team, maybe not so much. Who's the best in this bunch?
Pickens.
What about
I mean,
Aubrey?
Dak is fine. Dak, we rated as the
Right.
17th best quarterback in the NFL.
Really?
Yeah.
who was
pretty good.
who was 18?
I think it was Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
Sam Darnold top 10?
Sam Darnold was.
He is now.
Yeah, he is now.
Right.
You have to, this week, you have to put him in the top 10.
Yeah.
We just played this
You
in
don't
hour
put him
number
in the
1
top
and
10.
everybody said no.
And you also, another sneaky one, you have to put Matthew Stafford in top 10 all time.
Yes, you do. Just for this week, though.
That's
I want to
right.
be very clear. What he's
Right.
saying is Darnold just for this week.
Yeah, right.
You go back to your original top 10 next week.
Correct.
But for this week,
This
Sam
week
Darnold
he
has
to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Matthew
Okay.
Stafford has to be top. Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford is like maybe better than Marino this week.
I'm learning a lot here still.
Maybe.
That's kind of where you have to.
You're pushing it a little
you
too
have
far.
to throw. You have to have that conversation this week,
Right.
Where you react to the.
It's the only week you can have it. You're right, to your point. Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, George Pickens.
I think this is Pickens because it feels like you have to advocate for him being good, right? Like everybody knows Brandon Aubrey's incredible.
Yeah.
People pretty much accept Ferguson and Prescott. Yeah. George Pickens, winner of the Swear He's Good But His Team Sucks award. And there it is, guys. We got one more. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. This is the You Couldn't Pay Me to Be a Fan of This Team award.
Easy answer.
Arizona Cardinals, Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets,
Yep.
and the Cleveland Browns. I
I'm a
know
Jets fan for free, man. So
Yeah.
the Jets at least have some sort of gravitas. some
No, they
history.
don't.
What kind of gravitas?
Gravitas? What are you talking
It's
about?
New York. It's the East
No,
Coast.
no,
yes, dude.
no.
Absolutely.
No, they don't.
Miami's Miami.
I don't wish this upon anyone. What I've been through for the last 40 years. I
No,
mean, honestly.
if you want to say gravitas, it's like the Browns have at least like a history in Cleveland and the dog pound.
I
would say this-
agree,
I
and
would
I think Miami has a history as well.
They're the
I
only
think
one.
Arizona's the answer here.
Yeah, but the Dolphins have a recent history, right? The Browns, a long time ago.
Yeah,
Dolphins kind of with Marino,
yeah.
a little bit with Tua, right? Pennington was the runner-up MVP one year. So
Pennington
Although you
was
got you
runner-up
have the
MVP.
Sanchez.
the runner-up to Peyton Manning MVP. It's so Jets.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
He leaves the Jets for a year. He's the runner-up MVP.
Did have the Sanchez AFC Championship games.
Yeah, the back-to-back
That
champions.
was
I
nice.
think it's Cardinals for sure.
Cardinals are pretty crazy
Yeah.
just because I was throwing this stat around. The Texans have been a franchise for 25 years.
Right.
And this year they had more, they eclipsed the Cardinals as a franchise in terms of playoff wins. The Cardinals have been a franchise for 125 years.
The Cardinals are kind of an easy team. There's no stress with the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
If they're good, they're good. Everyone, jumps on the bandwagon. If they're bad, no one really cares. It's kind of like Seattle. no one's paying attention.
At least
to
the
that.
Jets are still interested to talk about. It's
Correct.
the difference.
The
with
Cardinals
Arizona.
are the opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy.
Right.
The Cardinals are
Yes.
the quintessential
Yeah.
apathetic.
Yes, they don't draw any sort of emotion out of me whatsoever.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. That's why I think. Are we agreed? Did the Cardinals take it home then?
Yeah, I don't think
Are
that
you
you
still
can pay me
going
to be part of, a fan of the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, there you go, guys. All right, coming up next, we got Rico Bosco stopping by. Going to talk some college hoops. A massive big Monday game last night as Kansas takes down #1, previously undefeated Arizona. Don't go anywhere. We got more Wake Up Barstool coming up on the other side. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool, FS1. It's time to talk some college hoops with our own college hoops expert. That's our guy, Rico Bosco. Big Monday last night. #1, Arizona goes down, Rico. 23-0, undefeated, no more. Kansas taking care of business, and they did it without Darren Peterson. Now, Rico, I got to ask you this. It seems like there's almost two conversations here. One is about what the hell is up with Darren Peterson in some of these big games, just kind of playing basketball at all. And then the other, it's like about the quality of the game last night and Bill Self and Kansas getting it done at home. Do you want to talk the game first or do you want to talk DP first?
I think you kind of have to talk DP, unfortunately. It's just become, I don't want to, distraction, I guess is the word, but I give Kansas credit. It almost looks like I saw Tate had this take immediately. It's a great point. Is Kansas like rallying around him almost in spite of it? Like, all right, there's cramps. There's the agent in talk that he doesn't want to play. Nobody knows what's going on. Okay, we're only 6 deep, which is crazy because Kansas is very, very limited rotation and played without their best player last night and took it to Arizona, who is, as we've said, has a great resume. But this was the point in the calendar where you were going to start to get some tests in the Big 12. This one, Texas Tech, BYU, Houston down the road. Like, this is where this month here and this stretch for Arizona, they could lose. They could go 2-3 in these next 5, or 2-3 in this stretch, or 3-3 in this stretch, and still be really, really good. It's just the Big 12 is a war. I mean, you put up the standings for the Big 12 last night. The top 6, they look like Sweet 16 games. You're talking about Iowa State being like the 4 in the Big 12 tournament. That's crazy. So, yeah, really, really impressive. There was some funny audio. The big guy, the kid Badinga for Kansas was breaking Council's chops that he shot like 6 of 25. And he's like, I told you got to pass the ball. But, yeah, really, really good game, and Arizona is just as good. We've said it from the get-go. Really, really good team. But when you go on the road, it's a different world.
You have UCF in the Sweet 16. What do you like about that?
No, I don't have UCF in the Sweet 16, Dan. Okay, Johnny Dawkins is a friend.
What?
But like
You said the top 6 looks like a Sweet 16
they
game,
feel
so
like
UCF
Sweet
has to be in
16
the Sweet
games.
16.
Yeah, they feel like Sweet 16
They're the 6th team
games.
in the Big 12.
Everything's literal. I'm gonna be logging this show now like an accountant. Just wait, Dan. You're gonna get audited. Every missed syllable, every but you're coming. We're clipping, and we're just gonna have you're gonna be stuttering John Katz.
Okay,
That's what we're gonna
I
call
like
him.
that. All right. Let's let's have a truce, okay?
Let's have a truce.
All right, let's have a truce. I had to chop it up to get you.
But the
get
Big
you going.
Dan, I mean, in fairness, like you're talking about playing Iowa State in a quarter.
I agree. The Big
12?
12's incredible. All right, truce.
Awesome. Truce.
Give me a handshake.
And shake his hand.
Okay, let's talk about something we can both agree upon. The storming of the court on Saturday night. UNC Duke. We'll put aside the storming the court discourse. Have we found video of a UNC person punching a Duke staffer, which was claimed by Jon Scheyer after the game? Got everyone in a tizzy. Have we found that video? I know it's hard to get video these days of, with people having cameras and stuff on their cell phone, but have we found the video?
Well, So, no, we haven't had the video. And
Oh,
this is
that's
why
interesting. Interesting.
Exact. But in Shire's defense, I don't think a UNC person would release that video and incriminate themselves. Does that make sense?
You don't think that we have the
I
video?
don't think the internet.
exists.
I don't know if
The
the internet
internet
works like that.
Definitely
The
exists.
internet is all. Listen, the people there
You're saying he got
are all
punched?
UNC people, though. Dan, who's going to incriminate
Wait,
themselves?
you're saying there was a punch?
I think so, yeah.
Where?
I just heard that there is video that exists. That's
Of a punch?
Really?
So then why don't we have it?
because there's certain other logistics why I can't.
Who
What?
said that?
I just saying what I'm
Are you
hearing.
defending Duke?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow, Eddie's connected into Duke. Okay, that's a big connection.
I'm a Shire guy.
I get that, but
you-
where's
yeah,
the video?
I like him too, obviously. But you get my point, though, that Dan, like, if a UNC
come on.
person did it, they're obviously under heat. They're not going to be like, I'm the guy who punched him in the face. Maybe they might with the rivalry. Who knows? But yeah, it's like this is why Duke gets a lot of heat. You know, it's the thing with Krzyzewski shaking hands or going after Dylan Brooks. And then he's fighting to this, and immediately Shire's saying that there's video that no one knows about. Now, listen, did Carolina act like idiots throwing the bottle in the kid's face? Yeah, for sure. You can't be throwing beverages. First to say that. But it's Shire's now created this like it's a witch hunt. Where is the video of somebody getting punched in the face? Where is his coach? And nobody kind of has this. So it's very interesting.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But again, with the court storming, listen, court storming's awesome. I think court storming's phenomenal. It's one of the things we need. It's why a game at a college campus moves the needle way more than the NBA. The Lakers and Thunder last night, you know, there's not a lot of buzz in that. College games, they're camped out. They're living, they're going to school with these kids like they're friends. It's a community. It's an unbelievable environment. That's why we love college. With that said, I think people storm against you. You don't storm if you're Carolina. I stand behind that. There's certain programs. You looked at Kansas last night.
Who cares?
There's no doubt Kansas was ever doing that because they're a blue blood and they're a standard. It's a little bit like the Social Network with the Winklevosses. Like, we don't sue.
I actually think that if Kansas had won on a buzzer beater, I think there was a chance they could have. The buzzer beater part is a big part of it.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
It
like
is.
UNC was up, 8 and they were counting it down.
Yeah, and then people are coming they're like, look at Duke back in 2005 when they stormed the court against Virginia Tech. Mr. NIT, shout out Seth Greenberg. When they stormed, they're like, oh, is this a bad look for Duke? Yes, it is. I don't think Duke should ever storm. I don't think Carolina should ever storm. Kentucky, Kansas, UConn, and then one other probably that I'm missing off the top of my head. But those are the blue bloods, like without a doubt, that shouldn't storm.
Rico, I'm glad we're talking about this rivalry. Tobacco Road, Chapel Hill. Yeah. Huge matchup Sunday, Duke UNC on the women's side. Duke has won 15 in a row. Toby Fournier having a great season. Who do you like in that matchup? Because that's what the people want to hear. Duke Carolina talk.
I would say Carolina. I think Carolina sweeps.
Wow, underdog. 21 beating an 11.
Got to pick the dogs. Pick the dogs.
All right.
Hey, Rico, your boy, Bediako. Judge, he originally got the injunction. He could play. A judge has now ruled, something that hadn't happened in a long time, in the NCAA's favor. Bediako, not eligible. Oates is upset. Alabama's upset. Are you upset?
Yeah. Kid wants to go back to school, become a student athlete. We're denying it. Like, I don't know why that's why we're shutting that down. No,
Is he going to stay in school? Because Nate Oates said that the whole reason he was coming back was to get his degree. So I assume he's staying in school.
I would imagine he's going to stay in school.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
It'd be shocking if he leaves. I think he wants to get his education. He wants to stay. So we'll see him get an education. Student athletes, Alabama, Baby Ivy. But yeah, it was a messy situation from the get-go. You kind of knew what was going to happen. And then, the judge in the case is involved and the NCAA is going against Alabama. It was going to be a messy situation from the get-go. Now there's people who are being clever and trying to leave Alabama out of their brackets and that they're going to vacate win. They're not vacating wins, okay? They're not vacating wins. So everybody just relax in terms of that. They said the kid could play. He played for the 2 weeks. That's where it's at. They got the 2 wins, Texas A&M and Auburn. They're not vacating the wins. NCAA, the injunction means you could play. Now they overruled it. You abide by what the rules are, which is what they've always done. They said he could play. He played. He can't play. They remove him. That's how it goes.
Sounds like you should vacate those wins.
You should not vacate those wins.
Okay.
Rico, I can't exactly see what's on your chest today. What's in store for our mid-major minute?
So this one, the box showed up, and my wife said that is not a real school. They are very much a real school. It's the UT Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros. Shout out Coach Brock Erickson, Brock and Roll, as we call him. Nichols guy, led him to an Elite Eight. He's now the associate head coach. They won their 8th in a row, 14-11, 10-6. In the Southland, looking for back-to-back winning seasons since '89. They got a kid, Philip Brankovic. He's 6'8", but the real story is the 2 guards. Corey Cotton, 6'6", Marvin McGee, 6'4". You look at guards. I haven't seen guards this big since 2 bouncers were throwing my friend Greg Coyle at a crowbar for trying to sneak back in on a teen night. So you got big guards in the tournament in the Southland. That's what they're looking to do here. Stephen F. Austin at home on Saturday is a big one. We're rooting for the Vaqueros to shock the world here.
Wait, you know what? We already have a truce. I'm not going to say anymore.
Wow, are you going to do something?
What if there was no truce? What would you say?
I was going to say they were guards. They were working the door.
I'm saying you look at guards this big. Yeah.
They were like guards from football.
No, like bouncers. What do you mean?
Security guards.
Security guards.
Yeah, but they're bouncers, not security guards.
Dan, you got to make the.
But I'm not doing it.
Line of work, Dan.
I'm not doing
line of work.
This is
I'm
there
not
wasn't a
doing
truce.
this. This is
hypothetical.
We have a truce.
That's what he would have
I
said.
just thought, like, that's not, bouncers are not guards. You don't call a bouncer a guard.
Yeah.
So I was asking.
Security guards, loose.
No, they're not security.
Listen,
no one calls a bouncer a security guard.
Yeah,
Rico, what about this? You said
Security would be offended if you called them.
Yes. Go up to Danny at the front desk today and call him a bouncer. See what he says.
Rico, what about this? You said don't throw any beverages. What's the correct way to treat a legal pad? Would you say maybe like a yellow legal pad that you have all of your bets written on for the Super Bowl there? I'm gonna take notes on this. I want to see what we're working with.
I think if you just damage yourself, you can go with that. As long as you're not damaging anybody else. It was good to be in the foxhole there with Max, both taking a beating. But yeah, legal pad. I'm still a write it down guy. I love that. But yeah, that thing took a absolute beating on Sunday.
Who do we have a pick tonight? I need a pick tonight.
So listen, Dan. It's like you said with Titus on Yak the other day, it's been an unbelievable college basketball season. And people are going to remember the court storms and the freshman class and the buzzer beaters. And you're going to look back in like April and be like, oh man, I miss college basketball. This sucks. You know what I'm going to miss? Fading Air Force. Colorado State minus 15.5 tonight. God bless these kids defending the troops. They can't play basketball. It gets this. Even if they're close at halftime, they run out of gas in the second half and get absolutely torched. San Diego State was a rocking chair win the other night, won by 40. I like Colorado State. Ali Farouk Manesh is a friend as well, so we like Colorado State to take it to Air Force minus 15.
You sound like Fran Fraschilla the way you're going after the troops there.
No, Fran got railroaded.
Oh, by who?
That story.
By
he got railroaded by the press. A beat writer had it out for him.
He's always said that.
Listen, Fran was the original gotcha culture guy.
And
as it
who
turns
got him?
out.
Who
Well,
was,
the Daily News and the Post got it, and then I read the article. I went after him.
and then you kept on going with the gotcha culture.
It was the problem of them. Fran's a friend now. He does
Thank
a
God
great
we have a
job.
truce. Thank God we
Yeah,
have a truce.
thank God we have a truce.
Colorado State minus 15.5 is the
15.5.
play. Hopefully I won't have to tear this thing up. Rico hates the troops. We're going to miss court wrestling. Rico, thank you so much, man. You have an excellent day, my friend.
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right, guys, coming up next, we're going to exercise our free will. Do you care? You don't have to care about everything. So we'll still ask if we do or not. Coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool. All right, welcome back. It's time for Do You Care? We put together a series of topics here. You got to tell me if you care or not. Pretty self-explanatory. Because we're told we have to care about everything nowadays. You know, sometimes you can say you don't. Like, I don't care about the NFL international games. I know you hate it.
Oh, hate them.
I don't.
I do care.
I don't
I
care.
hate 'em.
Do your thing. Do your thing. All right. Do you care? Super Bowl favorites released for next year. The Seahawks and the Rams are the favorites plus 950.
Yeah, I care. I like to look at these.
Yeah. Hunting for value. I'm not looking at the top of the board. I'm looking at the bottom.
And so who are you looking at?
Bears aren't even on the board.
That's crazy.
Bucks 40 to 1.
No, we're like 25, 27 to 1. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, everyone thinks it's a fluke. Love that.
No belief for the boys.
Love
So
that.
yeah, I do care. Yeah, I care.
Yeah, I love it. I love that everyone thinks it's a fluke. Because it's if you want to do the argument like, oh, we're going to be the Commanders this year. Remember going into last year, everyone had Jaden Daniels in their top 5 quarterback conversation. The Commanders were, what, 4th or 5th favorites to get back to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So they're just trying to predict that we're going to suck. I love it.
Do you care about the Winter Olympics?
Nope.
No.
No. Why is everybody so down on the Winter Olympics, dude? I think they're freaking awesome. Every night you have something to go home and watch.
What is freaking awesome?
We're just watching these
Give me a
athletes.
sport.
Any sport.
You can't
Watching
say
people
hockey.
do crazy flips on skis and snowboards. Curling, where like
That's
the
X
stone's
Games.
coming in
That's
at the
the X
last
Games.
minute and it knocks everything out and it
Curling
sticks
is
in
bocce.
I will care about USA Canada, and that's
That's it.
there. Figure skating?
No.
People doing backflips now figure skating.
Oh, wow. They also do backflips like when you go to a basketball game and there's cheerleaders.
Oh, dude, backflips on skates is badass.
You may have watched some coverage recently, but like, can you name 10 winter athletes?
No, that's not the point. The
cares?
point is I can watch them compete and be like, that's really badass what they're doing.
You can also just walk to your local high school and watch high school kids play.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
I'm happy for them that they're out there doing it. Don't care.
Yeah.
Do you care that Dame Lillard's doing the 3-point contest?
He is?
This is weird.
Wait, he's not playing.
I know. So this is weird.
He just wants to hang out and party.
Probably. It's odd to have a player who's actively injured, not playing.
Rehabbing his
participate
torn
in this.
Achilles, going to do the
Yeah.
3-point contest.
I don't love this.
Oh, I kind of like that.
I mean, I'll just say, if you want to say, like, Winter Olympics, I'll at least give you USA hockey and maybe a ski jump here and there. NBA All-Star Weekend is the most I do not care thing
Yeah, it's
that
died.
has ever existed.
Should a
fair.
dunk contest?
No. I'm at the point where I wouldn't even tell you who's in it. I haven't looked for who's in it. I do not care. They have ruined the All-Star Weekend to such a level that I can't. Like, I used to 10 years ago be like, oh, this is this weekend after Super Bowl, go on a vacation. Oh, I kind of want to be around to be able to see the dunk contest or don't care at all.
Do you care that they changed it? You just said you're going to tune in for USA versus Canada. They changed the All-Star. So
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like USA
I'm
versus
aware of
the
that.
world. Okay.
Don't care.
Okay.
I will not watch a second of any of this. If
I
I
don't know who any
if
of
I
these
walk
guys
by a TV when I'm on vacation, I'm gonna close my eyes.
I don't know.
It's just so bad.
The slam dunk contest has eroded to such an unwatchable product. The last good
All of it is.
If this
I
was,
agree. The
the
three-point shootout's always going to be
The All-Star game is a joke.
All-Star
It's
game's a
all
joke.
terrible.
if
but-
this was here on this court and you didn't have to be
I'd
there, would you
close my
stay?
eyes. It's the old Francesa. If they played the World Baseball Classic in my backyard, I'd pull the blinds down.
What about pitchers and catchers? Spring training. Report
Excited.
today. How we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, that one you care about, it just is a sign that the spring is coming. That's exciting.
The announcement's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's all you got to do.
Yes.
You got to also you got to just see. Oh yeah, they reported.
I like seeing the boys in blue just taking some swings. Bregman's taking some swings. Shota's throwing some
Sure, but like a 20-second montage.
I basically need all I want for in February in terms of baseball is I want to see one of our pitchers covering first base on a drill. And that's it. I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like a grounder,
The local
covers
news
first base.
package.
Look, all right, the boys are practicing the fundamentals.
See
We're
the
good.
batting cage. It's it.
North Dakota State joining the Mountain West. No longer going to be FCS. I don't really care.
It's already been so ruined.
Yeah, you're right. But I did like the fact that they were just a Titan.
Yeah, but they're still going to be awesome. They're still going to
Yeah.
play their style of football.
And they have to now come. They have to come to Illinois to play
Yeah,
Illinois.
yeah, they do.
Big Mountain West match.
Do you care that Max Crosby says he's never playing for the Raiders again?
Yes.
Wait, but then he said he.
That was
When did he say
a
this?
crazy way to
Yeah, I
say
thought.
this.
When did he say this?
Did he come out and say this was not true?
Or did Jay Glazer say that?
Who said this?
Jay Glazer, well, I guess you're right. This is
So all right, so I don't know how this has happened with this Max Crosby story because this same thing happened yesterday on the stretch. Jay Glazer came out and said Max Crosby's done with the Raiders. Max Crosby then came out and said, "I'm here every day, and I like have a house that I just built in Las Vegas."
I mean, Luka Doncic just had a house built in.
He didn't ask to get traded.
Okay, fair.
But I'm just saying, like Jay Glazer said this, and then everyone's just been like, "He's Max Crosby asked out." As far as I know, Max Crosby is not asked out.
Jay Glazer is also right on everything.
Max Crosby came out afterwards and said that I don't want to go anywhere. I'm not saying he can't still be traded, but he's not actively asking to be traded.
He's done with the Raiders.
See you tomorrow, guys. More Wake Up Barstool.
You think?